Fiend without a face. People in a military base, as well as I would say, a big area, get stumbled upon some type of an invisible entity that actually is sucking the brain juice, or should I say the blood, out of human beings. Isn't it like an invisible vampire, an invisible werewolf, an invisible whatever? Actually, no. You'd be surprised about it too. When you actually look at this movie, you'd think it's nice and kind and gentle until the creatures start popping up, building up the suspense. But when it comes out, you'll know that it's actually killer brains with spinal cords. And there's your title. It has been dubbed the best brain movie, and it was released on 1958, July 3rd, 1958. And I'm surprised. The goopy, slimy effects of them sucking out the brain juices out of them is really disgusting to listen to, which makes it a very creepy picture. Also, the brains were both stop motion and a different style called, well, as we call it in The Invisible Man, primitive optical effects, to show them visible or invisible, but also stop motion to make them move. They made out of a weird rubbery material that you would see in your local, Halloween store. And the blood spurting just enhances the feeling. They're easy to take down, it's just the quantity of numbers is what causes them to keep going. And it is probably one of the most goriest films I've ever seen. And the fact is, it is. It's probably one of the most goriest ones ever. But your question is, how did these brains get here? Are they aliens? No. Some guy wanted to actually turn pages of a book with his own mind. Kind of like Jean Grey, Charles Xavier stuff at the same time. However, he also wanted to make a person like in real life somehow. I don't even know how that works. It only works in your bedtime stories. But he actually makes a bunch of killer brains. And all because he doesn't want to turn the pages of a book. You know, even though I hate reading, at least I know to turn pages of the book with my own hands instead of my own mind. But I digress. The movie itself makes it worthwhile, and I love the suspense it gives. Even though now I probably won't be as scared of this movie as much others, most newcomers might see this thing kind of disturbing looking. And kudos to them. I really do love this movie. It is really a treat to look at. And the brains are actually one of the best features out there. They look amazing. And it's props to the props department. It looks great. And the fact that they made them move is the best part about them. And I'm impressed with that. I am literally impressed with that. Now there are props that are still here from the brains. The brain props are still there, only with local ones that I've seen on Google. They're with a lot of good ones, but I do enjoy this movie, and oh my god, it probably is growing a big fan base, and I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this movie. I'm speechless every time I see this movie. It's actually a really good movie. Hands down, probably one of the best movies from the B-movie era. Fiend without a face. I just wonder, why didn't they just call it a brain movie, like any other typical one? And it all was just because some guy wanted to turn some pages of the book, like Charles Xavier and Jean Grey mixed together. Sure, let's make a bunch of killer brains. Dicks. When you're smart, you're the dumbest. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Tune in next time because we're going to be looking at something very special in my heart.